These are what's called hybrid clubs. Some people think of them as little versions of a fairway wood, while others think of them as an extension of your iron set. Both answers are right really, but key to their usefulness is filling the distance gap between your fairway woods and the longest irons in your set, or just giving you an easier solution to hitting long irons if you're just starting out at playing the game of golf. You can actually hit a hybrid off a tee, you can hit one into a green, and their small heads are really great at helping you get out of troublesome rough. That's why some people call them rescue clubs or utility clubs. Now hybrids, well, they have been around most probably since the game began, and not too dissimilar to the ones we have here, but they become really well known as what's called a baffler club in the 1970s. But between the year 2004 and 2007, they grew from 4% to 30% in player usage on the PGA Tour, and now pretty much every tour player carries a hybrid. Even Rory McIlroy has one for 2020. But modern technology as applied to hybrids means they're now what's called a scoring club. They're easy to hit. In the right hands, they'll carry 200 yards every time. They fly high and straight, and yet have stopping power on the greens. But key to buying the right hybrid should really start with assessing what purpose you want your hybrid to serve. So most pros typically use their hybrids to bridge the distance gap between their fairway woods and their irons. But these days you can actually buy hybrids that go from replacing a 5 wood all the way to replacing an 8 or even a 9 iron, so the choice is really endless. Now, some hybrids have very small, compact heads, and these are generally designed for better players who have a little, let's say, more shot-making prowess. You'll often hear them referred to as being more workable, and they're specifically designed to produce lower, more penetrating trajectories, kind of similar to long irons, but far easier to hit really. And then other hybrids have what's called a bigger footprint, or bigger heads really, and these ones are designed to be very forgiving and launch the ball easy, to launch it high for players who generally struggle to hit their long irons. Now, some newer hybrids come with loft adjustability, so that you can have a play around with the different settings to precisely dial in how high and on what trajectory you want to hit your ball with your hybrid. You'll also see lots of marketing blurb about distance technology and hybrids, things like speed pockets, jailbreak bars if it's a Callaway, but it's very important to remember that hybrids, they're just not the same as drivers. They have much smaller heads, and in general they're not hollow like drivers. And while they do provide incredible distance for their size, it shouldn't be your primary consideration when buying one. Instead, a hybrid that fills the distance gap in your bag and a club you will actually use should be more to the fore. And just something that you're going to hit consistently to get you out of trouble. Now, you'll see lots of modern iron sets. This one, for instance, starts at the 5 iron, so there will be a gap between your 5 iron and your highest lofted fairway wood. Hence, most golfers carry 1 or even 2 hybrids to fill it. And if you struggle to hit your longest iron like a lot of people do, don't let pride or what your friends think stop you from replacing it with a hybrid. Another consideration too when getting the right hybrid is looking at when you will actually use it on the golf course. Consider, are there some very tight tee shots where a hybrid would be a great option off the tee? Are there a couple of long par 3s where you could use a hybrid? Are there some par 5s that need a long shot dropping in from a high trajectory? And that, in a nutshell, is a hybrid and when you'll use it, also called a rescue and utility. Now, we have another on-course video describing lots of different shots you can actually play with your hybrid, so make sure to check that out too. And remember, when choosing your hybrid, look past all the marketing and choose the one that will work for you and your game. For me for now, it's Donal, out.